Ba-da-bip-ba-doop. All right, we are here. We are live. We are
Hi, we
arrived.
are live.
Mm.
I am small now.
You do have a different PNG. That is hilarious.
What do you mean it's hilarious?
I love your new.
Look, I'm yapping. Let me yap.
You are yapping.
Yap,
You're
yap, yap.
yapping up a storm over there. I didn't realize you had a new reactive PNG.
Yeah, you would have known if you watched my streams.
Listen, you don't need to call me out like that.
But it's funny.
Anywho, um, welcome. Would anyone like to give a recap on what happened last session for Maddie's sake?
I know exactly what happened last session.
If no one else wants to, since I did it last time, I can step up. If not, I'll let someone else take the floor.
You're fine. I don't mind.
I'd say go for it, Lux.
Okay. Alright, then, yeah. Let me get to the right page. I flipped over a page. Okay. So, yeah. The party went to Silversong Manor, where we met, Taryn again and Lord Silversong. They were in the meeting room. And, we started discussing exactly how we're going to go about rescuing Kalatari. And basically, Taryn is our informant. So he drew out the different levels of the Hellfire and described the layout, which I'm not going to go super in detail. The key points here is that Kalatari would either be in the captain's cabin on the upper deck, or one of the unused cabins.
Or in the brig.
Or the brig. I was getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we learned a little bit about the crew. So we've got Archivist Warthorn as the captain of the Hellfire, along with the first mate Elvraz, who is a bit of a creepy dude, and strange noises can be heard coming from his room at night, including groaning and weeping. So we all agree that something not great is happening in First Mate Elvraz's room. So yeah, we started developing a cursory plan about boarding the Hellfire. Basically, the crew of the airship delivering Prince Taryn back to where he should be. And Thunderblade is also there, because he wants to do the rescue, and he feels bad about having failed once. So, yeah, we have established this is the plan, and he's there as a guard. Dressed as a Kinlan soldier, and he's leaving his fancy sword behind.
Yes.
And the roles we have established so far are Aryali being the pilot, Agrier and Madeline are mercenaries, Bedlam is the navigator, and Miles is mechanic. And we are going to, shall we say, forcefully liberate Lord Silversong's airship from him, and he is going to purposefully leave a light guard for us so we have an easier time of things. So yeah, stealing the airship keeps Lord Silversong from being implicated in this whole mess. And this brings us to this session. Yeah.
As for input, no. As for questions, I don't think so.
Fair.
Sounds like you're just going in there and hitting people.
Well, we're supposed to be somewhat stealthy until we.
Quietly hitting people.
Yes. We're gonna Osha our way in there.
Hey,
Quietly hitting people is acceptable.
Madeline has shown she can do a stealth kill.
Yes, and it was glorious.
Okay.
Also, can I get let into Owlbear? Uh, okay. Don't think it's worth getting.
Poor Super all died.
Yeah, it just says you'll join the room when the owner accepts the request. So let me try going back.
Did you use the right link? It's like a older one.
Nope, it just says asking you to join again. Here, I'm gonna go clear my cookies and try again.
Cookies.
Okay. Okay. Ah, that worked. Thank you.
Triaded tree blessed. I can't think of another good one other than Mover of Dragons because, yeah, dragon shoving.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any last minute shopping or anything we wanted to do for supplies?
Fall. That's right. Featherfall. We need to see if they still scroll the Featherfall around here somewhere. Yes.
Woo!
Yes. Oh dear, how much is it gonna cost?
40,000,000 gold.
Man, I got 55. Thank goodness. I will go ahead and buy the thing. 15 gold left. Alright, what is the cost to put that into my spellbook again?
16 gold.
I'm going to go pull up the stuff because this is stuff I don't write down. Wait, does this not talk about the... Ugh. Bleh. Okay. Copying into a spellbook. When you find a wizard spell at first level or higher, you can add it to your spellbook. If it is the level of spell you can prepare, and you have the time to decipher and copy it. Reduces based upon the spell. 15. And we only have one.
I will donate funds to the wizard fund.
Fair trade.
How much do you need? 35 gold?
Yeah.
Here, take 40 just so you don't go completely bankrupt. We'll have 5 gold to your name.
Thank you. 5 gold and a feather fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
How long was my mic muted on stream? That's embarrassing. Oh no. How long has my mic been muted? Anyway.
I genuinely do not know because I had stream audio muted.
No,
The
that's...
only time I had stream audio available was when Lux was talking and not you.
Mm-hmm. No,
Oh,
you're
no.
fine. You're fine. It's fine. This is fine. But now it'll be like, 2 hours after dark. So it'll be nice and quieter. And you guys should be in a good place to go sneak into the air dock and steal the Dow. You guys ready for this?
Yes.
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 Yay!
Let me go get some appropriate music. There we go. Alright. So you guys come out of the tavern. How are you guys attacking this? Do you guys want to just kind of walk up in through the front door? What do you want to do?
Front door is usually not the best option.
I mean, we are OSHA.
But we do want to make a show out of it.
We do.
Are you sure?
Yes, we want people to
Yes.
see the airship being stolen so that Lord Silversong isn't implicated.
This is true.
Yeah, but once we're seen, we have to be fast about it.
Don't get caught.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get caught.
All right,
How
I have a
can we make
fantastic
it
idea.
on?
What if we split the party?
Oh no!
Send the sneaky boys to go and start like stealing the airship and getting the engines running and things. And then the loud and ugly gang comes through the front door, and then we smack them all in the middle, hit them from both sides.
I would like to remind that I do believe I have passed without trace.
Ooh,
Heyo!
everybody a sneaky gang.
I love that spell.
It's a very good spell.
Yes.
So we
Okay,
can
so
always
what
do
I'm
that.
hearing is we pass without trace, get inside the airship, and then once it starts taking off, and they're not, and we, the guards are obviously like, wait a minute, no one's taking off right now, and then someone leans out the window and like flips him the bird or something.
Okay,
I
that
got
works.
Miles, you are all over that.
Yeah.
You are way too excited about that job.
Listen, I'm the man to doom two nations.
Uh-huh.
It's actually pretty legit.
I'm also Mom's second favorite son.
I'm curious as to who you think her favorite is.
Her.
You know what? Fair, valid. I can't argue that. You're right. You're right. I don't even know why I asked. Anyway, all right. We walking in the front door because that will be fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
When we're past out Trace, yeah.
Sneaking in the front door.
Oh, we're
Bedlam will
sneaking.
pass without trace the whole party.
All right, cool beans.
All right.
Just go ahead and burn the slot, and then everybody roll for me a stealth check. And go ahead and add a +10 to your stealth roll from the pass without trace.
Wow, plus 10. That's like 10 more than I usually get.
Oh, thank God for passing without trace.
Oh no.
No, because now I get to say I have a stealth of 30.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
I only
nice.
have a +1 to stealth, mind you.
I have a 27.
All right.
I have
I have a
I have
9.
a 17.
Me too. Let's go not stealthy gang.
All right, hold on. CL, and I don't need you on this tracker anymore. All right, Ariella, what did you roll?
27.
27. Miles,
17.
Madeline,
Also 17.
Bedlam,
29.
2
Anger.
billion.
30.
Holy moly, the tree is sneaky today.
I am just a tree.
Anyway, so you guys sneak into the air dock. Let me go pull up. Bada bip bop boop. Bing bang. Oh, why did all the players double? Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna just hide that. We're not gonna bother with that. That's not my problem. Okay. So we've kind of pulled up this thing for right now. You guys sneak into the air dock successfully. No one spies you. You are all very sneaky. I'm gonna move you
I am
over
surprised.
here. Do you guys have a party order? Or are you just kind of coalescing?
I'll go front and center. Which are we going
I
down?
think just Ariella is close to the front.
Y'all
so she'll
are
have to
coming.
pilot
Y'all would be going across and then down. is your pass. So like, let me get my draw tool out really fast. Let me
The
just
conga line.
Exactly.
I like the conga line.
Oh, this is the polygon tool. That's not what I want. So like, you have meow. What? Meow. Huh? Huh? There we go. Okay. Meow. Meow. Meow.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
right.
that goes on over that way, but like the docks are this way. And he gave you a dock number. We'll just say it's like down here-ish. And like this obviously continues down. It's like down here-ish. And your dock is right. Hold on. Here. Ish. Something like this. And like this obviously goes down like this, and this hall continues on, but whatever, you guys get the point.
We go like that.
Yeah,
It looks like
this
an
is
Amogus.
this is the hall you're looking for. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. See? Watch. If you do this, and then you add little legs, it's an Amogus.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, we are being pretty sus right now.
Listen, what if we just jump the gap here?
What if we just jump the gap?
Yeah, we can do that.
I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about that one.
Madeline breaks through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style.
Oh, yeah. I think just sneaking is fine.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Acre could probably throw the druid across the gap.
There's your
that's
airship.
It's possible.
Ooh.
There's your airship.
Oh my god.
I feel really bad that's probably gonna get destroyed.
You're not wrong.
I was gonna say, like, do we have to return it?
We should return it.
But we could crash it into the side of the Hellfire.
We have to get someone out of there first.
Rude.
Also, like, is this Dow like, it looks really cool. Performance-wise, how does it do?
Man, I mean, it's fast like all DAOs are, but it's no Mach class DAO or Shell class DAO. It's not built for combat. It's built for
Darn.
comfort.
Okay, so this is like the...
It's more of a
This is...
private transportation airship.
It's a sky yacht.
It
Yeah.
is a sky yacht. You are correct
Plane,
about that.
Not a fighter.
No, it's more like a sky, like, not quite a yacht, but like a private boat, like a smaller boat, like a. Why do I keep thinking of a jet ski? That's not a boat. That's a bike on the water.
Boat, isn't it?
I
It's
think I
like
kind of
so
it's like...
it's a private jet.
Yeah,
Wait, are you putting it equivalent to a pontoon?
I mean, a little bit.
Oh, those are so slow.
Mm,
It's a flying wooden board.
Got the flying surfboard, guys. Let's go.
has anyone watched the Grand Tour?
No.
No.
Darn, I was gonna say it's like the boat that Corvette made, but you know.
It doesn't help us.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, fancy,
Yeah,
fast,
speed
but
sailing
like,
boats.
but
Like a
like
speed sailing boat.
yeah, like a speed sailing boat or something. Fancy, fast, small. Only intended for probably a handful of passengers. So it's like not like a party yacht or something. A party yacht would be like a gunship, or even better, a dreadnought. This is more like, you know, a speedster boat or something like that. It's really just fast and fancy and flashy and that sort of thing.
Okay.
All right. Let's go
Except,
steal it.
you know, this guy doesn't have his all blinged out. All right,
But
so
probably
you
for the best
guys,
for us.
you guys successfully sneak in, and over here-ish, you guys see as I need to go pull them up. Couple of Kinlawn people that are just kind of vibing, hanging out, but they seem to be looking the other way.
So we just continue to stealth by them.
Yeah, it sounds like we just sneak by
Mhm.
and let them ignore us.
You guys can move
Yep.
your tokens. This is just silly. I enjoy this.
Oh no. We lost someone.
Bye, Madeline.
Sneaky.
Agrier just T-posing randomly in the middle of the airfield.
Yes.
There's another soldier down here that you guys see, but again, looking in the opposite direction. Miles,
Oh, they're
where's
not
your token?
that
Because
you
it
name it
reset
now.
for me.
What was that?
Where's your token? Let go of it really fast. Oh, there you are. Okay. Alright. You guys get in here? You actually don't see anyone in this hallway. But Lux, when you turn the corner, there is someone standing here. Oh, my Discord borked. 1 second.
Of course it worked.
I'll be right back. Hold on. I need to fix my audio. I'm fixing my audio. Perfect. Anyway. Alright, so rounding the corner, you see a person standing there, kind of holding a book and probably taking notes. What do you do, Ariella?
Ariella's just gonna turn to the group and whisper, "There's someone back there. Can we knock him unconscious?"
Oh, shit.
This is
Oh,
out
yeah.
of This is out of character. Is there any like? I'm assuming since this is an airship, there's like some empty airspace around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Above this is, like,
Yeah.
a lot. Like, this is intended to lift up and out of the air dock.
Okay. Because one of my answers was if it was one of those fun things where it's like floating over an open space, gust of wind, problem solved. But
I mean, he's not wrong. That would solve the problem. Why spray? What did I do?
I mean, I was gonna try to suggest doing the non-lethal option, like just knocking him out before he could call for help.
gust of wind will knock him out. I rest my case. But no, if you have other ideas, that's fine.
I mean, we could go intimidation and just keep him quiet.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, yeah,
true.
there's our witness there. Like, just spook him into staying quiet, and then he.
Yeah, that's a
like,
that's a good point. We do. It might be
Freeman-
better if we have
Freeman
one.
can approach him first and start off with, You're hallucinating. This is a dream. Tree people aren't real. It's a dream.
Hi, Foxy.
Just gonna walk by. I'm a happy tree person. I was gonna say we could just video game logic this. Like, let's like shoot an arrow at the airship. He turns around to inspect it, and we just waddle past him because we're all underpass without trace.
Just fucking Dishonored and thief this bitch. Yeah, just fucking throw a rock, and when he turns around, jump his ass. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Literally the what was that? Must have been the wind. Like,
Literally, we can
Skyrim
also
stealth.
use Druid. We can also use Druid Wild Shape for what was that? Must have been the wind as well.
exactly.
I think we should save wild shapes though, considering where we're going.
Yeah.
True.
Like the fewest
Oh.
resources we use right now, the better. Which is why I was saying someone go knock him out.
Yeah, I think we should either knock
So-
him out or intimidate him
So
into
throw a
staying quiet.
rock. So throw a rock so he turns around.
I got the perfect rock.
No!
Miles,
And then just go up and snap his neck when he's turned around.
Even I am not on board with this plan.
Oh,
That
alright.
would, that would kill him. That would destroy the airship. It would destroy the air dock. It would probably kill us.
You've been stuck on the stream starting soon screen, bruh. I mean, you're welcome to try, but like,
No, I won't throw the rock.
the
Save the
forbidden.
rock for later.
So
like
we
maybe
throw a different,
here's an idea.
nondescript rock.
Here's an idea. Once we're ready to get off of the Hellfire, throw it at the engines.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
That's a
We
scary
just gotta
idea.
like, we just gotta like burrow a hole straight through the like to the engine so we can Death Star this thing.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You think Miles has the dexterity to throw that in that?
Colby!
Are y'all might? Are y'all might?
Just believe in the Force.
Just be like, have a nice cup of liberty. Anyway,
Alright,
how are we dealing with this lad?
I mean, I can go get him.
This
Should
is
we
true.
intimidate or KO? Because if we intimidate, there's always a chance that it fails and he calls for help. But the
It
intimidate
is.
is sure that someone
think-
at least is awake to go
I
and say,
think
"Oh, hey,
doing-
there's an airship."
I unironically think doing the Dishonored, turning him around, and then knocking him out in some way is a genuinely smart idea.
Okay, let's do that then.
Sure.
Hi, tomorrow.
Does anyone have any non-boom boom rocks?
None.
I'm sure Bedlam just has like a pocket of rocks. There's
You
like
have
I
your
have a
rock
grenade.
candy.
Like, wow, just
We
slams
do
off
have,
of
we
it.
do have grenades.
Not the boom boom things.
not boom boom rock,
And
non boom boom.
Oh, I
Hey.
still have a gem worth 50 gold points in my inventory. We could eat that at the ship.
I have a couple
You
gems
need that.
worth money in here actually.
Bedlam, you
Oh,
have your
wait.
rock candy
Go
that Madeline gave you.
Mylon?
What's
I
up?
have a small knife.
Hey, Mylon.
What's up?
Can I do the fruit bearing thing?
Yeah?
Okay, Agrier is going to reach into his little bushy head and produce a small red berry that fits in your palm.
Okay, I ran out of water. So I'm gonna have to figure out a drink later. But anyway, you now have a berry.
Arielle sees Avery do this and goes, "That was edible."
I think so. But we could throw this. I have others to try.
Hey man, you ever gonna run out of muffins? Don't, because I work at the muffin factory.
Throw the berry.
If you get that reference, +1 brownie point.
I was gonna say, hands. I'm just gonna hold it out towards Maddie.
yay.
Maddie, you get
Arielle's gonna shuffle over this way so she's not in the way.
to, Maddie, you get to pelt a man with a berry.
No, we have to make him turn around.
Yeah.
Which way is he facing right now?
Towards
The
the
hammer
ship
after, no?
right now.
Oh.
Why don't I just sneak up on him then?
We thought he was facing us.
You know what? No, he'll be facing you because I want to see this actually happen.
Okay.
Alright.
I said originally he was facing towards the ship, but like whatever.
None of us heard that.
No, you didn't, and that's the funny part.
Oh.
Is his
Oh,
face
they
at least
actually
like...
made this really easy for us.
Okay, well, if he's facing us, is his face at least like down in his book so we can
Yeah.
peek around the corner? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Alright,
He's
well
not
then,
like standing guard. He's just.
Okay. Well then, this berry is flying over his head and hitting this wall here.
Roll me a dex check.
Okay.
What is the AC of a wall?
More like, what is the DC to not hit this guy in the head?
I mean, that also works.
That also works because he'll be startled, and then
Oh.
Madeline can just charge him and smack him.
Does a 15 not hit the kid?
Yeah, that's good enough. You lob it, it flies over his head, smacks the back wall, falls on the floor. The dude turns around, he's like, "Huh?" And he like looks at the berry, like completely befuddled. This man is perplexed.
Bamboozled, you could even say.
Bamboozled, even flummoxed. I don't know. You're gonna move
Video
up and
games
what
have
are
never
you gonna
led
do?
me astray.
Exactly.
Right.
Now it's time for Madeline to hit him with the discombobulate.
Do it, Madeline.
What are we doing?
So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
stand it, right, guys?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would like to swing this hammer down on him.
Roll to attack. You have advantage.
Heck yeah. Double heck yeah. Does 24 hit?
Yes, I don't even need to go check his AC. Yes, it does.
Okay. Where's my D8? Oh, it's a D10. Plus. That would be 12 damage.
You knock this guy clean unconscious. He just crumples to the ground.
Good night. And then
he just crumples on the floor.
she's then going to drag him to the corner and lay him down real nice.
Nice. All right. Would everyone else like to file in?
Yep.
Yes.
Can I? So what does this guy have on him? What does he got?
Are you gonna steal his stuff?
I just want to see like what's in the
Okay.
book and stuff. I want. why is he here?
Listen. We're already going by video game logic. So looking in his inventory isn't illegal. It's just taking something that's illegal.
This isn't Skyrim, my guy. This isn't Skyrim. All right.
We just...
Like, okay.
What was that?
Maddie,
Must have been the wind.
Is
Yeah.
We're
Fucking
holding an
thought.
arrow threateningly above his knee. Are you sure this isn't Skyrim?
roll me an investigation check.
Okay. 17.
Okay, so you find a coin purse on him.
He can keep that.
You find his book, right,
Yeah,
and
what is
a quill. What's in his book? Well, first of all, you start flipping through it, and the first couple of pages seem to be like a list of spell incantations, actually, like how Arielle has. And then you keep flipping through it, and you find like probably 3 or so blank pages before you see a bunch of detailed notes on airship maintenance. So like, there's a bunch of air docks numbered, like, and each of the numbered docks have like, hey, this ship, like, you know, is in need of like XYZ type of repair. Projected to be finished at this date.
My personal headcanon for this guy is he tried to be a wizard, figured out it was too hard, gave up and became a mechanic. That's my personal headcanon.
I am a mechanic.
Was he the mechanic or was he more like the harbor master, I wonder?
I don't know, but
One of them.
Madeline's gonna grab this book and she can't read. She's gonna give it to Arielle. She can read, but yeah, no, Arielle is better off with it.
All right, Ariella, you can write Yorn Airdoc notebook in your inventory if you want.
Okay.
And we can go over that in a bit. Because I assume you're a bit more busy with trying to get this airship up and running, yeah?
Mhm.
So, okay, so you walk in here, and to kind of set the scene a little bit, this massive, like, 30-foot long airship is attached to the walls by long cables that are, like, hooked onto the airship itself, and two massive clamps are keeping it held down on the ground, like kind of like a foot or like a foot and a half maybe above the ground. So it's kind of being suspended in midair almost, so that like maintenance crews can go all around it. Kind of like how if you've ever been in like a car shop, they'll put the car on that little track thing and then lift it, right? So that they can get like in and all around and under it and that sort of thing. Same thing going on here.
Makes sense.
You also see Ariali, roll for me a perception check.
Oh boy. Heck, what's my modifier? Oh, that's a natural 20 for 25.
Shoot, dog. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so you're looking as you're walking around this airship and Maddie is searching the body of the person she just knocked unconscious. You notice a couple of panels that are still open on this thing, showing some like they're like the gas cap is open kind of thing, right? Except it's not really a gas cap. It's the tank where the Ethereum battery is. Like the lid to that is open on the ship. You notice that. You notice that you had a nat 20. You instantly spy the release mechanism for the clamps on the bottom of each of the clamps. And also, as you're walking around, you notice a switch on the far northern wall up here. Hold on, let me move this up here. On the far northern wall up here, that's like a large kind of really thick switch. And I will say, because you freaking nat 20 to check, you also spy the little release latches on the hooks to the cables that are keeping this thing in the air dock.
Okay. Yeah. So Ariel is just taking in everything, looking around. How are the Ethereum levels looking on the battery?
90%. Thing could probably
Alright.
fly for. It probably has like a week's worth of charge.
Not bad. So yeah, she's looking around, doing the classic thinker pose with her hand on her chin. Like, Ethereum levels look good. Yes, alright. And there we go. And then she's gonna start pointing out the different switches to everybody where they'll need to unlock everything.
Yep. The final and most important thing you do notice is on the side of the ship. You notice a small keypad. It wouldn't necessarily be a keypad. It's not that advanced. So this isn't like sci-fi. So like. There's a button. I'll just say there's a button. It doesn't need to be locked or anything. There's a button.
There's a button.
There's a button.
Push to start.
Okay, Ariel is gonna start like closing up all the extra panels and stuff first.
Yep.
Just to make sure everything is like closed and ready to go.
Yep-a-roni. Who would like to help release clamps and stuff?
I can assist.
I'll help.
Okay. Miles and Ager, you two go around. You release the You can kind of clamber on top of the airship and release the cables up top. But before you release the clamps on the bottom, you guys are gonna need to get the ship kind of able to float on its own power first, so that it doesn't like instantly crash into the floor of the dock, right? So you guys unhook the cables on the top and then come back down. Arielle, by that point, you've probably closed all the panels and stuff and made sure this thing is ready to fly, at least on the outside. Does anyone push this button?
Ariella is gonna go push the button. Is this the
I
start
was
button?
gonna say if nobody else does.
A small stair descends from the a door opens and a small stair descends from the side of the airship leading inside.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
can go
there we
ahead and board. I don't have a map for this airship, so I'll just kind of describe it to you. You guys walk in, and immediately you're kind of greeted by this like common area looking thing with like, two couches. There's like a round table there. To your right is like a hall with probably 2 sets of bunk beds, so 4 bunks in total. And then to your left is a door. And that door leads to the cockpit where, the pilot would, fly the ship, right? The cockpit has 2 seats. One in front of the other. It's not like a side-by-side scenario, because only one pilot is needed to fly a Dow. The second is mainly there for navigation, potential backup pilot in case the first one is rendered unable to fly via maybe being unconscious or what have you. But the ship is pretty bare bones. It is carpeted. It is very nicely. It is painted. The interior is painted, right? So it is nice. But as far as like useful facilities go, it's pretty darn bare bones. Ariale, Bedlam, the two of you guys with your intelligence and insight, respectively, you guys can pretty much guess that, like, Silversong doesn't really get out a whole lot. Like, yeah, he has the airship, but, like, it's mostly just, like, because he has it. So he doesn't get out a whole ton.
Okay.
Ariella is gonna group again. Alright. We will need someone to disengage the outer, like the last clasps. With that switch over there, she'll point in the vague direction it was.
Mm.
Once I have this thing up and running. And since we are not supposed to be flying this thing currently, please be fast about it.
Yeah, so who wants to...
will...
So first of all, the releases for the clamps are on the bottoms of the clamps themselves. Like, they're at the bases of the clamps. And the big switch is to open the air dock above you. So, three things need to be hit before the ship can take off. And the ship needs to be flying first before it can be released from the clamps, because, again, you don't want it crashing into the floor. More, not really flying, more just hovering, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's air dock open, ship levitates, clasps, then we go.
Yep, basically.
And we need this all to be in quick succession because as soon as the engines start up and that bay door starts opening, people are gonna know something's up.
Yep, people are gonna hear.
All right.
So that's 3 things that need to be hit. Who wants to go hit buttons? That's the switch on the wall and then the 2 clasps.
I can help hit buttons.
I will get one of the clasps.
I can get the other class.
I'll hit
Okay.
the switch on the wall.
Sweet deal. First of all, Lux, I assume you're making your way to the cockpit.
Yes.
All right, so you open the very small door that's more like a hatch than anything else, and you clamber on into the front pilot seat here. You've got a full like 270-degree window in front of you, and you can see to your left, you can see to your right, and you can see in front of you, out of this cockpit, right? In front of you, you kind of see like multiple different joysticks. Well, no, it would be 2 joysticks, I believe. Yes, 2 joysticks.
Okay. And she would know what all these buttons do, right?
Roll me an intelligence-based check using your proficiency with flying vehicles.
Okay. This is not the time for a natural 2. I'm gonna use one of my inspirations on that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh. Now it's a 3.
Mhm. What's your total?
Proficiency bonus is +3 right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a natural. That's like a 10.
Okay. You remember... Okay, so you remember one of them is for lateral movement, so like forward, backward, left, right, that sort of thing. And then the other one is for height and, or rather, the other one is for, I think it's pitch and roll are the terms. So like banking side to side or, tilting forward and back, right? You don't remember which joystick is which, though.
Okay. So it's time to fire up the engines.
Yeah,
and
you do
start
notice, like,
gently
okay.
wiggling them.
You do notice that there is a, you know what, there's going to be a key in an ignition, and the key's been left in for you.
Lovely. Thank you, Lord Silversong. She's gonna turn the key and start this thing up.
Alright. So the 3 of you guys who are standing outside in the dock, you guys hear this thing kind of hum to life. You hear the engines kind of make this sound, right? And you see the lights on the wings and on the ship itself and inside the ship all come on. And the ship has started. Ariella, if you would like to give the signal. How should we do this?
Yeah, let's see. She is going to use the spell Prestidigitation to create a little light spark that should be a pretty clear sign, like, okay, let's do this.
Alright, sounds good.
So it's visible, like, outside the ship for everyone to see.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, you the 3 of you guys see, like, this shower of sparks outside the cockpit kind of showering down onto the floor. You guys press your buttons?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
All right, so Agrier and Madeline, you guys release the clamps from the ship. Ariella, you feel a sudden jerk as the clamps are released. And the ship is now free floating in this room. Above you
Okay.
all, as Miles hits the switch on the wall, the dock doors above you start sliding to the sides to allow the ship to be able to rise and fly out. Do you guys all board?
Yeah.
Heck
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
No, we're just gonna be like, bye, Ariella, good luck.
No, bye, Ariella. Have fun.
Have a nice
Give us
flight!
souvenirs.
Souvenirs! So, okay,
Like,
Ariella, I need you to roll me a dex check really fast. And you can add your proficiency, because you are still proficient with flying vehicles, but roll me a dex check to see how still you're keeping your hands. To try and keep this thing from shaking.
It's 13.
Okay, so, like, a little bit. The ship is a little wobbly, guys, as you guys are boarding, but altogether it's not that difficult to board. You guys all clamber on inside safely. There's another switch on the inside of the ship to lift the stairway, and close the door. So, Ariella, which joystick are we trying first? We're currently floating here. You've successfully managed to hold this thing still. Which stick would you like to move first, left or right?
All right. Starting with the right one. Easy on movement.
All right. Which way?
So I don't go bashing into a wall.
Fair enough.
She's gonna she's gonna pull back toward herself slightly.
Okay. You pull back towards yourself, and as you do, you feel the ship, you feel the cockpit lifting up slightly, and, kind of like, you know how in driver's intuition, like, you can kind of feel if your, like, back tires are wobbling a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, pilot's intuition here, you feel the back end of the ship going down. So you are rotating to fly upwards.
Awesome. So I guessed right.
Yeah.
All right. So that one controls pitch and roll. You said the other one was
Basically thrust.
all right. All right. So is the pitch up enough that she'll be able to like get this thing out of the air dock?
You're gonna need to bank to the right a little bit and like kind of maneuver it out of here, but now that you've figured out which one is which, you should be okay.
All right. Sounds
All right, so you successfully lift up and out amid you guys can hear some very concerned yelling from down below you, but you are out of here, mans. You are gone. Let me go find.
Now we have to go pick up a prince.
No, hold on. I'm looking for a good like flying. No, that's not.
Excuse me.
Sure, whatever. This is a good flying theme. I don't care. All right. You know what? This actually makes for a good dungeon theme here. Anyway, so you guys lift off. Let me go pull up. I don't happen to have like a sky map, do I? Look at this. This'll work. Alright. Do you know where you're heading?
We had to go pick up Taryn first, didn't we?
Did you?
No, Terran is gonna be on the airship.
With
Good.
Thunder.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
Thunderblade
Slasher.
and Terran were going on their own.
Oh, so they're separate.
They've basically
Okay.
they left a couple hours ago.
Okay.
They're a couple hours ahead of you.
Okay. Then, yeah, we're supposed to be heading north toward, like, the airship is on its way to the capital of Kinlon, right?
Basically, yeah. So you kind of
Okay.
need to head north.
Yeah, that was the idea. It's like we're heading northward-ish.
All right. So let me go pull up the stat block of this thing, just so
Actually,
we
wouldn't
can.
it be like veering a little bit northeast, right?
Yeah, it would be a little bit northeast, but yeah. Let me go ahead and roll me one more intelligence-based check using your flying airship proficiency. Or a history check if you have like expertise in that, but I
I
don't
don't have
imagine you do.
expertise in anything, so
Yeah.
that's the 26th.
Okay, yeah, as you're flying this thing, all your old lessons come back to you. And you remember what this baby can do. So, let me drag this over here. So you know that DAOs are the fastest class of airships, right? Like, and it's not even close. Even gunships. Let me go grab the Mach class gunship. Okay, technically, wait, no, that's the Mach class DAO. Where's the Falcon class gunship? Here we go. Yeah, the Falcon class gunship, which is like the speed type gunship, is like just as fast as your Edge class DAO, and the Edge class DAO is not designed for speed. So yeah, you should be able to match this thing no problem. Because dreadnoughts are very slow. That being said, if you remember that while this particular Edge class DAO does not have maybe unique properties, it's mainly just for carrying people and cargo. You do know that other types of airships have capabilities that you can deploy while in the pilot's seat to help in like air combat and stuff like that. So yeah. Let me go ahead and
So this
close
one is
this.
bare bones as far as combat goes, but still pretty good.
It is bare bones, but hey, it'll get you there. So
Yeah.
anyway, all right. So let's. You have no idea how long you're going to be flying, so let's just start rolling for encounters, shall we?
Oh gosh.
Okay. First hour goes by, nothing. Second hour goes by, still nothing. Third hour, still nothing. Remember, they had like a day and a half or a 2-day lead on you, so. The bottom of the fourth hour, you do get something. 1 second.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I need to roll. Hold on. Okay. Actually, that's not that bad. As you're flying, a flock of birds, comes into view and starts flying alongside you.
Oh my gosh.
And they stick with you for probably about 10-15 minutes before going back down. It is, by this point, it's been 4 hours. You've been flying for a while now. It is getting a little late. It is like midnight or so. Do you stay up?
You know what? This is gonna be an FAA violation, but probably.
Listen, just teach Miles how to fly it.
I was gonna say,
I was gonna
show
say-
Bedlam how Bedlam will take over.
The other four of you, what are you guys doing? Are you guys napping?
What is sleep?
I think I will make like a mast and keep watch.
Fair enough. All right.
Miles is just going to read the book.
The book.
The book.
Oh dear, the book.
It's
The book.
It's been a minute. Which book?
His shadow book.
Oh, that book. Okay, cool.
The book.
The book.
All right.
Well, I guess on that note of needing sleep and stuff, since Ariali is an elf, she can transfer like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Would she be able to at least coach someone in at least how to keep it going in what direction?
I mean, arguably, I could see Bedlam being at least halfway decent at it since he has proficiency in Navigator's tools.
Yeah. Then
So
as
if you
long as
just-
Bedlam can get his sleep.
Have we already infiltrated and escaped the Hellfire? No, my guy. No.
Bedlam was
We're
probably
just
sitting
on our
in the
way through
little
the
like.
Hellfire.
Bedlam was probably sitting in the co-pilot seat like the whole time you were flying because he takes his job as navigator very seriously. So he's probably just been watching you do that, and if you explained what you were doing, he probably was paying attention.
Fair enough. Bedlam,
Then
I'll
yes,
let you. I won't make you like roll a check or anything to just maintain current course.
Yeah.
Ariella, if you want to trance in the co-pilot seat and let Bedlam fly for a couple hours, you can do that.
Yeah, and she's just gonna be like. It's like.
Yep.
Okay, now I just had the mental image of Bedlam just kicking his feet, like in the co-pilot chair while everyone was
Absolutely.
getting,
That's
while
absolutely
everyone
what's
was
going
getting
on.
things done. Yeah, it's-
100%.
Yeah, but like as they're swapping chairs, just. All right. If you experience any trouble, like storms or anything unexpected tries to attack us, just wake me. I can rest another time. I don't want
He
to leave
nods.
you out in case something happens.
He nods. He's taking this seriously.
Rex, we haven't entered the Hellfire yet. Don't worry. We're flying to it right now. They're trying to catch up. I went ahead and rolled. Believe it or not, all 4 hours passed without a fuss. It is quiet.
Bedlam's just that good at flying, clearly.
Ariella, you can take back over.
Yeah.
In Bedlam, you can get your beauty sleep.
He's just
Aegir, are
gonna
you
nap
still?
in the co-pilot seat.
Nice.
That's just where he's napping.
Aegir, are you still keeping watch?
Yeah, because I can just kind of do sentries rest. So.
Oh yeah, you can. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So I'll just wrap myself in a nice thick blanket and just
Nice. All right. About 2 more hours goes by, and Ariella, you can kind of on your right, you can see the sun starting to come up over the blue waves of the Estelle Bay beneath you. About another hour goes by, and more birds join your ship for a while. Another hour, that's 7, 8. After about another hour, you see a dreadnought hove into view finally through the clouds. Or maybe the clouds part and a certain airship comes into view.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. That's not the Hellfire.
That is the Hellfire.
It's not the Hellfire.
What do you mean it's not the Hellfire?
It's not the Hellfire.
What do you mean
That's
it's
not what it looks like. That's not what it looks like.
what?
That's not what it looks like.
No, that's not the Hellfire. That's a pretender.
You're gaslighting me.
I would never do such a thing.
Yes, you would.
Do
Don't lie to
Do
me.
you remember the skull face that you first used?
Oh,
That's the Hellfire.
That's
Oh
not
my.
the Hellfire there.
Orange, do I even still have that? Hold on.
Everyone has that. It came free with your fucking owlbear.
It came free with your owlbear.
It came free with your Google.
You're talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yes,
You're-
this was the thing that was raining death upon the Firetop Castle.
Because I didn't have a token for it originally, so we ran with this. Fake PNG background, fake transparent background and everything. It's great. Anyway. No, this is the Hellfire, and no, Rex, this is not to scale. This is just kind of representative. But, as we are approaching the Hellfire, I will let you guys chat amongst yourselves for just a moment, because I need to run to the restroom, and also I'm going to grab a drink before we get into this. So if you guys want, you can, like, make more plans, chat about how your stories are going to line up, things like that. Or, I don't know, freaking, I don't know, talk about how stinky I am, I don't know.
Sure. Sure. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll treat your chat well. Is he gone? I think he's gone. Okay, so I have a plan.
Yeah.
So I have 2 boom boom rocks, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna force one of the boom boom rocks down the captain's throat.
You'll be pretty close to him if you shove it down his
Yeah.
throat.
That's fine. I have a high dexterity.
What?
I think that's the first time I've heard you confuse Madeline with how stupid you're being. Usually she just.
Okay.
rolls with it.
Alternate plan. I have mage hand.
But
I
the
didn't-
amount of force you would need to shove it down someone's throat, I think, is more force than Mage Hand can apply.
Does anyone notice
Yeah.
that the Hellfire kind of looks like a giant whale? Like
the
this is the
paladin.
head. This is the head right here.
I'm gonna be Moby Dick.
Yeah. Anyone have a harpoon gun?
Unfortunately, this little Dow does not have that.
Oh. Anyways, I'm thinking we let Madeline go into the cockpit, right? And then she like throws her dust everywhere, and then they go to sleep.
You know, if you can actually get into the cockpit, that's not a bad idea. Although, I think stealth should be the first option. Gosh, what's the excuse we're gonna use to actually board the thing?
We need a refuel, or else we are going to plummet into the ocean.
Hello.
But then they're gonna go check
contact
the-
you regarding your airship's extended warranty.
But then they're gonna go refuel our thing and see that we have tons of fuel.
We puncture our fuel tank on the way in.
No,
I thought
It's a
our original excuse was we were gonna be the prince's escort or whatever the fuck. I thought that was the original excuse.
yeah, but they left early.
Yeah, I have no idea why that happened, TBH.
But yeah, I say we need to refuel, or else we will die. And
back.
then
Could also just use the actual excuse of our 2 pilots have been flying all night and they need a rest.
Except for the fact that one of us is an elf, so that's gonna be pretty easy to disprove.
Oh,
yeah.
but you had to trance though.
Let's take a stab at this. Alright. So
We
you
still
guys
don't
are.
have a we still don't have a plan. So
Yeah, we don't
Oh.
have an excuse to board because the prince isn't on our ship.
I'd like my idea because like once we get on, we can figure it out from there. Like we want to get on, we can figure it out once we're on there, you know? Unless someone has a better idea.
We should have got one more person who can fly the ship. But I don't know. Maybe we can.
Madeline.
Like, how crazy would it be to like fly above the ship and then have some people drop down onto it?
Or like onto the outside of the Hellfire.
Yeah.
I feel like if you get anywhere near it without communicating with them, they're gonna
Yeah, they'll just blow us out of the
be
sky.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Hi, we're a random mercenary group and we want to work for you.
While y'all are thinking, I'm like my last burrito from Taco Bell.
Um.
If this was to scale, I wonder. You'd probably be about this big in comparison to the Hellfire.
That's
No,
still
maybe
pretty
maybe
big.
a little smaller.
It doesn't really look like there's much place for it to hold ships of our size at this scale.
Yeah, but not to mention that image of the Hellfire is like.
Yeah, that's more like it.
This seems at least more accurate
Yeah.
if this was to scale.
Yeah, it's a bit more accurate.
Does anyone?
Do we just kamikaze this? Like,
We are
No, 'cause we have someone we need to get off there.
no, like,
Yeah.
what if we kamikaze this and then steal one of their airships to escape?
Listen, we're just doing a traffic stop, okay?
No. We are the heck Aquanauts.
What?
But
No.
I'm confused.
The heck Aquanauts.
I think you
I
need to
don't
elaborate.
Okay, Helldivers, heck Aquanauts.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, it'll work.
Look, the best I can think of is Aaron forgot something, and we have been sent to deliver it to. Like, we've been sent to deliver it to him and to, like, stop and refuel and everything.
That's actually kind of hilarious. The idea of just rolling up and being like, "Hey, the prince forgot his favorite pair of tidy whiteys, and we're
He
here to
forgot
drop
his-
them off."
Basically.
he forgot his lunchbox.
Literally.
He forgot his lunchbox.
Yeah, legit. Actually, that would work as long as
That's
it's something
basically my plot.
significant.
That's such a dumb idea. It might just work.
I'm down for it.
Oh my gosh.
We all
How
have
does
to
this
decide.
actually-
We all have to decide together, though, what item we are pretending he forgot. Otherwise, our story will fall apart quick.
Guys, what if it was Thunderblade's blade? And then we bring it in some kind of case and we hand it off directly to the prince. No one's gonna question it, and that way we can sneak his special weapon on board for him.
Except we didn't grab that.
Yeah, we didn't grab that.
Yeah, we don't have.
He forgot his boom
Like
boom
you
rocks.
Funny
What is-
concept. Funny,
Yeah?
stupid concept. I use
Mhm.
wild shape to become like a ferret or something, and it's like, oh, the prince forgot this like new pet that he adopted while he was. Don't worry about it.
That might
Just
actually
hand
work.
him a fucking ferret.
No, yeah, if it's something exotic, like yes.
Yes.
Like a pet spider?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Additionally, Madeline could play the Child of Nobility card again.
And also, if we are doing the exotic pet idea, considering when you wild shape, you just kind of hide whatever you've got, we can just sneak whatever we want on Bedlam.
True.
That is also true.
Solgar, that's my
Just,
Taco Bell, not yours.
just hand him all your shit, and it just gets molded into like the tiger fur or some crap.
Oh my gosh, little tiger cub.
So this is my
Oh my
posit
word.
is have Bedlam pretend to be some kind of exotic pet and be like, you forgot your rare pet that you left behind, wink wink.
Yep. I'm 100% behind this.
I am
Oh
too.
my gosh.
This is why Druid is a good class. I had my case.
I rest my case.
How I suggested that as like a well, I got nothing else. How is this happening?
It's the same reason OSHA happened.
Valid.
but now
We
You
just
know,
have to be
fair.
confident.
But now we have to pick what exotic pet and make sure I can do it. Let me check my wild shape again.
How
What kind
about
of
a little,
function
like-
can I do?
I think you unlock new
Oh.
shapeable abilities at level
You do
5.
as you level up. That's why I want to check what I'm available at
I
this
think
point.
you can now have a swim speed, if I'm not mistaken.
Wild.
He's a fish.
Hey,
Yes,
hey
at
there.
4th level I can have anything except flying speed. Yes.
The
Hey
prince
there,
forgot his
how
royal
do you feel
goldfish.
about a little baby red panda?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The example that the chart gives is a crocodile.
I mean, that works too.
You forgot. You
Welcome
forgot your
to Florida,
baby
B!
You forgot your baby crocodile pew pew sounds.
Yes. I love baby crocodile noises.
Baby crocodiles make the best sounds. They literally just go pew 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 pew.
They
pew.
do.
There is always the classic baby tiger. That's a classic. What kind of weird
What?
exotic pets do people have?
So if you can see an animal, you can turn into it, right?
Basically.
Pretty much.
Because I could give you a very exotic example.
Sure, why not?
Uh-oh.
I think I know what's coming, and this is gonna be great.
What is it?
Oh no.
I'm going to go look for a clear space out on deck.
I mean, there's no deck on this ship, but you can just do it right there in the common area.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there enough space? It's large.
Uh-oh.
It'll be a bit of a squeeze, but yeah.
What are you showing me? What is the pet? What is the animal? What is this?
It is Agrier's mount.
Which is
Oh? Nani desu ka?
Big. It is big.
big.
Yeah, I will go ahead and cast. This might be wasting a spell slot, but I don't care. It's worth it.
I don't
Fair.
care. It's worth it.
I will go ahead and cast Find Steed and summon a Burton Deer.
A Bertan
Is that what it's called?
Okay, no, a Bertan
A Burton Duke.
Yeah.
Hey, what
Alright.
Can we?
It looks something like that.
Yeah, hold on.
What is this?
Let
What
me-
in the goddamn is that?
Goat horse.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, it's not that one. It's this one, right? It's the other one. No, okay, no, it is that one. It is that one.
I was gonna
Go
say,
horse.
I'm pretty sure it's that one.
That's cool.
Why did it just randomly grab my taskbar in the snip tool? What? Excuse me. Let's try that again.
Oh, just so
Huh?
I don't have to.
What is going
Lose this-
on?
Also, just so we don't have to lose the spell slot and the druid can stay with us, what if we just present into the Burton Duke itself?
I mean, yeah, that's an option.
This is a concept.
Right? And that way Druid can stick with us.
Yeah, that getting separated on a ship like this is probably a bad idea.
Hey,
They're probably taken to some kind of like holding or like caging area, and we don't want that.
hey, Mr. Paladin,
Yes.
roll me a charisma save.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that is a 18.
Okay.
sorry,
As you
19.
as you summon the Duke, your senses take leave of you again, and I need to send you something.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. What have you done?
Hold on. There you go.
Hecking concerned.
Thankfully, due to your charisma save, you retain control of your senses, and after a minute or two, you come back, and your Pretend Duke is still standing there.
What?
Horsey.
Okay. So yeah, Agrier seems to grow distant for a moment. His hand just gently petting the mane of this giant beast, and there are tears streaming down his eyes.
Are
Unfortunately, Ariana can't be there because she's flying the dang ship.
But yeah, I am just going to turn to face Hosen, and I'm just gonna rest my forehead against his.
Do you say its name?
No, but
No? Okay.
not out loud. But I'm just gonna turn to face him and rest my forehead against his.
It nickers softly and like presses into your head as well, like in a moment of companionship. Clearly, Ager has some sort of bond with this thing. None of you have any idea what this is.
Bedlam wants to come up to your leg and tap wherever he can reach, because I know you're tall. And he just gives you like that quiet, like, "Are you okay?"
I did not believe you could forget how to miss someone. Yes, I am all right. He wipes his face and then nuzzles into the horse goat creature a little bit more. But yes, this is Kosen. We can present him instead of I want to call you Miles. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm not a pet.
Yes, you are. Don't lie to yourself.
Okay, I'm not his pet.
But yes, we can present him instead of Bedlam as the prince's exotic pet.
It's definitely exotic. That is not a lie.
And the best part is I can just dismiss him whenever I want to, so
Yep.
like there's no fear of him being left behind.
Swiggity sweet.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go make contact with an airship.
I like this idea.
All right. Okay, so you guys fly closer and closer to the Hellfire. We'll just move this bad boy on up. We'll just kind of pull this up behind. There we go. And Ariale, in the cockpit, there are a couple of, you recognize sending stones in here. And one of them starts glowing.
She's going to pick it up.
So you pick it up, and you hear a woman's voice from the other side saying, she says, what does she say? She says, she says, this is the Kinlawn Dreadnought the Hellfire. Please state your name and purpose for being here.
Hellfire, this is the Silversong Dow. We have been sent to deliver a pet that the prince forgot.
Come again? A pet?
Yes. Apparently he left it behind, and this ship has had the utter displeasure of housing a what was that called again? She'll like say over her shoulder.
A Burton Duke.
A Burton Duke. Apparently he's taking a liking to exotic animals.
I've never heard of this thing.
Neither had
Tell
I.
him Beast Tamer Agrier is here.
Tell him the Tamer Agrier is here.
So he knows it's us.
Yes.
In case he doesn't figure it out.
If you could pass a message along to the prince, the beast tamer Agrier is here keeping the animal calm.
As
All
calm as you
right,
can,
let me pass a message. Please stand by. And the
Understood.
stone dims. Do you continue flying closer to the ship?
She's gonna enter like a holding pattern, sort of around the like circling within range, but not getting too close.
Fair enough. Kind of like slowing it down to its speed and just kind of cruising along behind it, basically.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. After a couple minutes, probably like 5, maybe 10 minutes, the stone glows again, and you hear the lady's voice. All right, the prince seemed confused at first, but when I told him about this beast tamer Ager, he said to let you board, and he requested that I have you board in the upper deck. So I will navigate you to please make your way to what number is it? Dock 3?
Understood. Beginning approach. And then she's going to start slowly piloting the Dow toward the top of the ship where the air docks are that he talked about.
Mm. So as you're flying towards the top of the ship, you see these two massive bay doors that are like each like 80 feet wide. Like these things are huge. Open up to reveal two separate docking bays in this same room, right? One of them is occupied, I believe. So this shouldn't be all that complicated because you're landing in the unoccupied one. But one second. Oh, neither of them are occupied. Okay, well that makes this easy. Oh wait, no, yeah, one of them is occupied. It just didn't load. Yeah, dock 4 actually is what she said. But anyway.
Okay.
So let me carve out some fog here. Why don't I?
Oh, for a second I was like, okay, Owlbear's taking a while to load. I'll just sit here and wait for it. But no, the whole thing's just fogged out.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, hold on. Working on it. Working on it. Working on it. And then finish. All right.
I thought that was a ruby weapon for a split second.
I'm so glad we thought of the same thing, Bob, because so did I when I first grabbed this token.
I thought that was a ruby weapon. Oh god. I'm having fucking flashbacks.
What in the heck is that?
That is another airship.
It's the Corvette of airships.
I believe it.
It's our escape vehicle.
It's our escape vehicle!
Beans and tacos and beans and tacos and beans.
All right. So you are directed to land in this dock right here. Do you lower yourself on in?
Yep.
Roll me a dex-based check using your flying airship proficiency.
Oh gosh. I'm using another inspiration.
Yeah? What'd you roll?
Natural one, but we don't talk about that.
No, that's great. We should keep that. We should definitely keep that.
That'll be an interesting start to this, to say the least.
It's
Oh,
just
that's
instantly
11.
loud. 11's average.
11? You know what? Yeah, 11 will work. So you come in. Let me go grab your airship really fast. Bang.
Shablooey.
It's a bit bigger than that. Come on, Snap. Thank you. Alright. So you guys dock, and immediately you see Ariella, you see mages like literally fly in. They don't have like wings or anything, they are literally using fly spells to kind of fly in and hooking cables onto the ship. And then one of those floor clamps comes up and grabs the ship from underneath, and you are free to disengage the engines.
Then yeah, she's gonna turn it off. Mylon, what are those eyes on the back?
Don't worry about it. We'll get there in a second.
Yeah, she's gonna disengage the engines.
Uh-huh. Do you take the key with you?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so we disembark, and you guys hop off and are able to come out here. Let me go ahead and plop you all down. Agrir, Bedlam, Miles, Maddie, and... Alright. Bless you, my guy.
Thank you.
Alright, so you guys disembark.
Disembark.
Yep, exactly. So as you guys are kind of... So as you guys are looking around, this massive 190-foot long, 80-foot wide, and 20-foot tall bay is it's intended to house 2 dhows that can dock with the dreadnought by flying above the airship and descending through the massive sliding doors like you guys did. In the dock number 3, which is the one you guys didn't dock with, is actually Ariali, roll me an intelligence-based airship check to recognize this thing.
Proficiency or no?
Yes, using your airship proficiency.
Okay. 14.
You recognize it. You don't necessarily know the exact ship. You don't know what ship it is, but you recognize a Mach class Dhow. Docked here. But as you guys are looking around, you spy a bunch more of these mage peoples performing maintenance and repairs on this Dhow. You see some mages have already gotten to work with refueling and performing various maintenance tasks on the Dhow you guys flew in on.
I love you.
I got disconnected.
Oh, rip.
Oh no.
Did you catch that this was a Mach class Dhow?
Yes.
Okay. Walking through
I literally
Hellfire.
popped out for a second and back in.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Anyway, so mages have already begun to kind of perform routine maintenance and tasks on your Dhow as you guys disembark. And a captain approaches you guys. Who's holding on to the token here?
Not me.
I'm not clicking anything.
Yeah, I'm not even
Weird. Okay.
I'm on Twitch right now.
I think my stream POV just glitched. Anyway. Oh, I need to go grab a token for
The
beastie. Hold on.
yes. I will never remember its name.
The Bertan
You
Duke.
can tell he's the captain because he's
Pretend
bald.
Duke. Got it. It pretends to be a Duke
Um,
on the weekends.
Moves, we can grab a legit token, a custom token for it later. But for now, I think a bullet will work.
Okay.
And it is large, so it is a bit bigger. So you guys disembark with this thing. Ager, you're kind of no, stop.
Yeah, kind of leading it.
Yeah, you're kind of looking after it here. People definitely give you a berth when you a wide berth when you disembark with this thing. Who will who's gonna talk to the captain?
All right, pilot, it's up to you.
Oh dear.
I just logistically, I feel like the pilot would be the one to talk
Probably.
when,
Yeah.
you know, to fill my role as mechanic, I'm going to just slip over here and just kind of pretend like I'm looking at stuff.
Roll me a deception check, Miles.
A deception check? All right. I got that one.
Okay. Okay.
For a total of an 8.
Okay. Ariale, what do you do?
Oh no. She's
Yes, this ship is made of ship.
she's going to look at Miles.
He has no idea what he's looking at.
You know you don't need to do your job here. Just let them do it for now. Let yourself rest. Trying to make it look less bad.
Uh-huh.
And she's gonna turn to the captain.
Shimp.
So the captain walks up and he's like, "Which one of you is the pilot on board?"
Me. Arielle raises her hand.
So he walks up to you and he says, "Name and reason for being here."
Name, Adria. Reason, as I told the presumably radio operator, we're here to deliver the prince's pet that he picked up, and then promptly forgot.
Roll me a quick deception check.
That's a 15.
He kind of leans around you to look at this freaking horse goat behind you. Kind of like gives you a little like weird eye. And he's like, all right, well, we don't exactly have a stable on board. Where do you suggest we put this thing? Does it have
What am I
like?
supposed to do with it? Not like it's my pet. The last thing I want to do is be accused of stealing from the crown.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Well, how far are you traveling?
Only. Well. We're going to.
All I was told is that they're on their way to the capital.
Alzeroth is still about a 3-day flight out at this speed. So, we'll be in the air for a while yet. What on
Well-
earth are you guys using as a pet? Okay, so I'm using a bullet token. But it's not a bullet, I promise. Hold on, let me go pull up the picture of it again.
I just saw Rex's chat.
There we go. This is the animal that's chilling next to a Agrir. Looks like a cross between a horse and a goat.
It's Torin.
Not gonna lie, totally is boring.
I was wondering how long it would take for someone to put it together.
I put it together. I just didn't want to say it and be the Elden Ring nerd.
I thought you guys
Honestly,
just
Rex,
walked.
if we could have done that, I would have. It would have been funnier.
It would have been hilarious if we could have just walked in with a bullet and said, "Your problem now."
Alright.
So yeah, he kind of leans around you. He like does this double take. He's like, "What on earth is that thing? I've never even seen it before."
It's what did you call it again, sir? She looks at Agrir.
Sorry, I also, Bertanduk. It's very rare. I only got one through an exclusive dealer, and it took me, nearly 3 years to train. But he's really a special thing. Once they start bonding with someone, they're very loyal. Watch. Sit, boy. And I just pat him, and he obeys because he is spectral speed.
Yeah, no, he like, you tell him to sit, and he kind of just like plops down, like lays down a little bit. Kind of like he does it looks, have you ever seen a horse loaf? Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yes.
It's the horse loaf. That's what he does.
And I'm like, yes, he's very well behaved, and, well, I can keep him from keeping too much of a ruckus until we get to the capital.
She kind of gestures toward him, looks at the captain. See?
Okay, well, I hope you brought whatever is needed to feed that thing, because I guarantee we won't have it on board. But either way, I'll lead you to the prince's quarters and let him deal with that. Here, follow me. And he will come this way. He will start walking this way. Do you guys all follow him?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
My ship.
He's gonna come around here. As you guys round the corner, I will point this thing out.
Yeah, what is that?
So, what you see here is a small spherical object that is floating
No.
in space. And it looks like a ethereal green color. All right. It's really easy to spot. Like, it's floating probably 5, 6, 7, 8 feet off the ground along the wall. And it looks like this eyeball, because in the center of it, like what might be looking around, is this massive dark pupil. All right. And it stays still, and it's just looking around. The captain seems to like almost not even notice it as he walks underneath it.
Okay.
Ariella gives it a bit of a sheepish look and continues onward, following the captain wherever he ends up going.
Mm-hmm.
We are slowly following.
Go for it. I am going to.
Trot.
Exactly. I'm going to clear out. I'm gonna just light out another room here really fast. Oh, wait a
Mufaz, when
minute.
did you have to end?
Like 10:30ish would be good.
Okay.
Can push a little bit if we need to.
Yeah, so that would be like 11:30ish.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Honestly, I can't believe this play got this far.
I am cutting fog. Give me 1 minute. Alright, so he leads you guys on in here through this door. And actually, let me cut a little bit more fog so that you guys have a little bit better idea of... Because there's like some halls over here that you guys can see.
So many people.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think fighting is not an option.
Definitely not.
Not yet.
120-foot room with 1, 2.
Alright.
It's the illusion of free choice hallway.
28 guards, at least 8 different sentry like cameras.
Gosh, the cameras are everywhere.
Fucking Evangelion looking airships that are alive.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah, so you guys all come in here.
Also, I just know, is the floor metal? Is the floor like solid metal nylon?
Yes, it is.
Shit. So we're not punching out through the floor, guys.
I mean,
No.
Miles could.
Yeah, Miles. You got that thermite?
I got boom boom rocks.
I got boom
I'll do
boom
what I can with
those. So you guys walk in this room, and immediately your greeted by this low hum in the air, and everyone, like every single one of you, even the ones who aren't so magically inclined, can feel the magical energy radiating from each of these 6 huge batteries, like floor to ceiling batteries. All right. There are magical, like there are even rings. You can see rings of actual magical energy swirling around these things, and even the stupidest among you know that it probably isn't a great idea to get too close to one of these things.
I'm just as close as this one guard is.
Yeah, you are.
If he's that close, I can be that close.
Yes, you can, but any closer, touching the ring maybe, and you're not gonna have a great time. So
What if he
anyway,
was like to get pushed? Like,
I was gonna say, gust time? Gust time!
so the captain continues on up here, and he actually continues through this door up here.
can I do a little experiment, guys? Just a little one.
What
Sure.
is my experiment?
You said this thing is 7 feet off the ground, right?
Yeah, like 6, 7, 8 feet off the ground, not that high.
Okay, so Madeline is gonna bump her head on this one walking past it. Just to see what would happen.
The hell? Is this physical? I didn't even think about that.
But that's what I want to find out. Or does Madeline just like walk straight through it?
Hold on.
All the alarms go off. It's payday too loud.
You will actually bump your head into it. It is solid.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt. It feels like bumping your head into like a small little glass ball, maybe.
Okay, but like no alarms go off or anything.
It
Yeah,
looks
they
at you.
react.
Does it budge or is it like?
No,
still?
it is. You do not move it a single inch. It is stuck there.
All right, good to know. I'm gonna keep walking. Pretend it never happened.
It watches you as you walk away, and then it like goes back to like looking around the room. All right. I need to cut more fog because we're going on trip in our favorite rocket ship.
So we need a lot of spray paint. We're gonna like paint each of the eyes.
Look into my eye.
Bunch of mini Saurons.
It probably doesn't help much, but I could probably minor illusion over the eye to cover one eye.
Over one eye.
Yes.
And there's like 8.
Over one.
In this
Like I
room
said, it doesn't
alone.
help us much. But I could do it to one eye.
What you gotta do is like the people who steal from Target and find like the blind spots in the cameras. Because those exist.
These things have 360 degree vision, though.
But I'm sure
I'd argue
there's
there are
spots
still some blind
Yeah, there's
spots.
some blind spots. You just
But-
gotta look for 'em.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys following still? He comes into this like small hallway here,
Sure.
and he goes right past this door. The other captain kind of gives him a curt nod, and he kind of nods back. And he comes over to this door, and he says, "All right, here are the prince's quarters. Go on in. I'm sure he'll be expecting you by now." I'll move you, Ager. Um.
I want a mask of that.
Alright, small question. Who's going in first? I'm just curious.
Oh, I got it.
Alright. You go to open the door. The door's actually unlocked. Do you proceed on inside?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
Roll initiative.
It's time to go home.
So you walk on inside. Let me go pull up Taryn's cabin.
Does Kosin fit through the door?
No, he doesn't.
I'm just gonna lean in, wave, and then be like, "Your pet doesn't fit."
Okay. 1 second.
And I'll like,
So as you walk in, let me describe the sight you're greeted by for a second.
Excuse me.
So 2 bookshelves stand side by side along the port side wall, filled with history textbooks, scholarly studies, topographical maps. You recognize treatises. You see a wardrobe standing to the right of the door. A small little fountain here is actually in the corner of this room, with a statue of a female human bard singing in the center of the fountain, holding a harp in her hand, playing it with the other hand, and stone locks tumbling down to the middle of her back from underneath a feathered cap. 2 large rugs decorate the floor of this room, and a 4-post bed rests in the corner, with a small nightstand and a small chest here. There's also a window alongside this back wall and this diagonal wall here that shows a view of the sky as the ship flies. So, like, you can see, if you look out the window, you see clouds and sea and, like, birds and stuff, right? Like, it's a view of the outside. And as you walk in, Taryn kind of turns around and he stands up from a seat here from his desk, and he's like, "Oh, welcome, friends. Come on in." And then Aegir, you poke your head in, and you say what?
"Oh, I say, your pet doesn't fit, my lord."
He goes, right, my pet. And he kind of frowns a little bit at you guys, like, quizzically. Then he comes out here, he looks out the door, and he's like, right, my pet. Tell
Kosin,
you
look,
what?
it's your master. I say as I turn Kosin towards the prince, and I will tell Kosin telepathically, listen to anything he says until I tell you otherwise.
It nickers in response, and he says, yes, I don't believe. He turns to one of the captains and he says, would you be so kind as to prepare a place for him in, say... Hold on, let me go pull up... Oh, where are you gonna go, my guy? I think he'd go well in the storage room on the lower deck. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, I think he'd fit in and be right at home there. It's big enough for him to fit, and more importantly, there's plenty of room for him to be able to eat and sleep while we are en route to Azeroth. He says, if you don't mind, Beastmaster, would you allow the captain here to take him off your hands?
And I will turn to the captain and hold out the lead towards him, and I will tell him, keep a 5 to 7 foot berth around him at any given time. If you need him to walk ahead of you, simply point and he will understand. And don't get too close because he does bite.
Suddenly the captain's face is filled with, like, apprehension, But he takes the lead from you and leads the bullet through this largish door down here, and the two of them disappear. They go into here.
And yeah, since I can speak telepathically to him for 1 mile, I will tell him, and if they get too close, do bite. Give them a little warning bite first, but then bite.
You got it, boss. You got it, boss man. Terrence
You
says...
got it, boss man.
Terrence says, well then, come on in. The guard won't mind. And be sure to close the door behind you. Edgar, are you coming in? Awesome.
Yep.
So, you guys are now alone in Terrance's quarters. And,
Madeline is actually going to hang her cloak on this eye right here. It's a coat rack now.
it's a coat rack now. Fair enough. Alright, you hang your coat on the eye. And Taryn gives you a small smile and he says, thank you. I don't appreciate always being spied on, but I can't really afford to do anything about it. But if they raise any concerns, I'll just say we were talking about private matters. About the, what is it called again? What did you bring?
It is called a Burton Duke. It is a mount from who I was.
Hold on. What is your mod to this, sir? What is your mod to this? Okay, +6. You have a shot. Holy moly.
No way.
Oh my gosh. For the record, I rolled a 25 on his check, alright?
Whoa.
He goes,
Nice.
wait, a pretend duke, you say? I've heard of them. I've only read about those. Is it real?
Depends on your definition of real.
They went extinct. Like 100 years ago or something. Where on Nuren did you get one?
I called out to him. And for some reason, I knew he would come.
Interesting. You'll have to teach me that trick sometime. Anyway. He says, but that can wait. I'm glad you guys have made it onto the ship, and so far it seems like without a fuss. Thunderblade is currently, I think he's scouting the ship right now, but, he should be back before too long. He will still be in disguise. Do you have a password that I can pass along to him? To let him know, or for him to let you know it's you guys, or him? You guys know what I'm trying to say? I'm just stumbling over words at this point.
Of course you are, Terry.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Sure, let's go with it. Marshmallow.
Marshmallow it is. Alright, I'll let him know when I see him again, alright? But for now, I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to wander the ship myself. If you can track down Thunderblade, he might be able to tell you where your quarry is, and, but if not, you might be better served, looking around and seeing if you can't locate her yourselves.
Right. Although, if I may ask, who does that Mockadao belong to?
Which Dao?
The Mock class in the hangar.
That one's mine.
Of course.
Oh,
Rich kid.
right. and Arielle's dreams of stealing a Mott class Dow from Archivist Warthorn have now evaporated.
I mean, we can still
I'm
see
just.
it.
You're talking
I
about the
was
one.
gonna say-
You're talking about the one in the upper deck, right? On dock 3.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Always
She's
wanted to play
imbued.
Mott class.
Look, guys, I'm just saying, if we did steal it, what is he gonna say? Oh, yes, my friends who I met in the illegal mine I shouldn't have been in, stole my airship from me because I was close enough to them that they could pickpocket my keys?
Anyways, how are we getting around from here?
Listen, I don't want to be charged with treason, so
Yes,
maybe don't steal
how
from him.
to row the ship?
What's
Or
up?
would we simply, are we allowed to row? Or would we just be manhunted back to the hangar?
I can't imagine why you would be brought back to the hangar. I think you'd be able to roam. You just might run the risk of somebody recognizing you as you are right now.
Of course.
Got any extra clothes she can borrow?
He gestures to the wardrobe. He says, I have a couple of extra sets of traveler's clothes. They're not, particularly fancy, but they might get the job done.
Well, current outfit isn't exactly that fancy either. I haven't exactly been afforded the luxury of royal attire in quite some time.
Fair enough. But, well, attire might be helpful, but you might want to think about ways of hiding your more unique physical appearance.
Right.
And that kind of goes for all 5 of you. You are wanted now.
However,
I have the
agree-
perfect thing for this.
Except me. Nobody knows
That
me.
is true. That is true.
Nope.
Nobody knows you. You're fine. Although you still are
Like, if anyone
recognizable,
asked,
but
I was asked to bring the beast,
it's probably more
Alright.
suspicious if people don't spot you wandering around.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out Kate's coat
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to put that on.
Perfect.
There we go. Absolutely disguised.
Yep.
The only problem with changing into disguises leaving this room is that Captain outside the door has already seen us gone in.
That's what I was thinking, was at this point we've been checked in and seen by a couple people, so to all of a sudden walk out of the room wearing fake noses and mustaches is extra suspicious.
Perhaps you could give us a writ or some article of Kinlon colors to help us blend in better.
I can draft something up like that. Here, let me... And he goes over to his desk and he grabs a sheet of parchment. He starts scribbling on it really fast. And he then hands it to you, Agrir, and just cast Modify Memory on the guard. It's a letter addressed to Lord Silversong, talking about how he left his exotic Bertenduke in Yorn, and how he had requested that the Beastmaster retrieve it and bring it to the Hellfire, and on the condition that they can return once they've rested and refueled at the Hellfire, and that sort of thing, which should give you leave to remain here at least for a couple hours.
Cool.
Okay. So we've got that. Ah,
Sounds good to me.
yes. At least
All
we
right.
have something. And so far, none of them have recognized us from any wanted posters, so as long as we just keep our heads down, it should go okay.
Yes.
Because you think
it
if our
should.
faces were that well known, then they would have already said something, right? Yeah? Am I right, DM?
Or they've already said something to their superiors and they're just lulling us to a false sense of security.
I mean, yeah, that could be the case.
Well, do you really think that many people would be suddenly attuned to this ruse, whatever it is? I think it's far more likely that we just haven't been recognized.
Just need one person to do it. I say we should
No.
still be cautious.
Well, I never said we shouldn't. Right, I suppose we shouldn't linger too terribly long.
I think you guys keeping your heads down is probably the best course of action. As long as you don't do anything that would draw attention to yourselves, well, you should be okay.
Right.
Keep to well-traveled areas, I would say. Places where there's a lot of people so that you are more likely to blend into the crowd, so to speak.
Yes. And above all, confidence.
Confidence. You've got this.
If we act like we're meant to be here, more people will believe we're meant to be here.
Exactly.
Remember, OSHA. And Miles gives you a thumbs up as he says it.
In all fairness, the OSHA ruse was your idea.
And it's all about confidence, is it not?
It was hilarious, is what it was. Alright, so are we heading out of here?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
time to find the sister.
Alright. Where to?
Madeline's gonna grab her cloak off of the thing too on the way out.
Okay.
I'd say, well, we need to figure out where your sister is being kept, right?
Yeah.
I want to
So,
go.
Didn't we ask Princey Boy?
He said he didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said
Have you had a-
Thunderblade might have a better idea, because Thunderblade's been scouting around the ship. But you guys are gonna have to track him down for that.
Yeah, and it's not like we can go around asking, "Hey, Thunderblade."
Just,
All
you
right.
know, I mean, we gotta wait until, he knows about Marshmallow, but I think
Yeah.
we just, talk about how much we love s'mores by the campfire.
I think we should do the illusion of free choice hallways.
What?
Yes.
Wait. No, that's all right. Based on the map that Terran described to us, that would lead to either the cannon battery or the bridge. So that would probably not be the smartest place to go.
I like how this guard's just vibing.
He's been
Well-
vibing.
He's
He
got
doesn't
cotton in his
care.
ears.
He is not paid to care.
Yeah,
No.
At this point, for all he knows, we're just the
You're
We're
guests of the
worried around
prince.
this.
messenger people who he told how to get around the ship.
Yep.
Because
So-
he doesn't want us wandering off where we're not supposed to go.
So then we go this way?
That
I
looks like that
guess.
that may
Well, we
be
need
possible at the
to
end.
look for. Yeah, I would say we need to look for a way downstairs, probably, because if
Oh.
they are keeping criminals, or like prisoners, they're gonna keep them in like if it's in like the brig or whatever, it's gonna be in like the most, easily destroyable part of the ship, right? Because it's the least valuable lives.
Yep, Ariale looks at that door. Well, why don't we go check on the Burton Duke again? Burton Duke? However you pronounce that.
Pretend Duke.
They took him down this way.
Burton Duke. Burton Duke. They took him downstairs, yeah, that was the plan.
Yes, this way. This is downstairs. Should be able to
Okay.
reunite with the person Duke there.
Okay, Mom.
Also known as, if they took him down into storage, that's where the brig is.
Are you going through this door here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Because I have some cutting to do.
Cut.
Believe it or not, my antics have reasons.
Hey, look, was that a duplicate of our ship?
My Discord audio barked again.
Bork.
It maketh me angry.
Bork. Bork.
Alright. It's another Edge class Dow, is what it is.
It's bigger than ours.
It is a little bigger than yours.
I demand retribution.
Hold on, I'm gonna leave the call and come back in. I'm also gonna fix my audio sound. Y'all would let me know if the audio glitches, yeah? There we go.
So as I was saying about the boom rocks,
Anywho.
Well,
So this door opens up into the other air dock on the upper deck. You guys see what are docks 1 and 2. Dock 1 is empty right now, but Dock 2 has another Edge class Dow in it. And you see more engineers and soldiers and another captain kind of milling about, performing repairs, maintenance work, things like that, right?
Ariella is actually just gonna walk straight up to this captain here.
Okay.
Pardon me. Did you see a large horse-like, goat-like animal? Was it led through here? We just finished speaking with the prince, and we were looking to reunite with the beast for a little while at least.
He says, "Oh,
Make sure
the horse goat thing. Yeah, you couldn't mean
Yes.
any other thing. Yeah, they took it. Yeah, he points to down here. He says they took it downstairs on the elevators.
Right. Thank you." And then she's gonna look back to Agrier and gesture for him to follow.
Yep.
Because he is the animal handler.
Yep. You guys can just kind of pile into one elevator. They're big enough.
And then
oh,
it's worth
they
noting
are
that in the
real
brief moments when they're not being watched by people, Ariale is nervous as heck.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to squeeze in here a little bit, but y'all can take the elevator. All right. So which deck are we going to, guys? Lower or middle deck?
Let's
Middle.
go. Middle?
Because that's where the brig is.
Oh, okay.
Storage and the brig are very close together. So we are right in business. My little stupid drawings paid off.
It's
Come
not
on, man.
stupid if it works.
Exactly. Oh, right. Alright, hold on. I'll toss you guys in here 1 second.
Oh, that's tiny.
Put me down. Put me down. I demand freedom. I demand justice. You're Batman.
Alright. You guys arrive at the middle deck and you guys can head on out. Which door are you heading out of?
So,
It's
Yay.
pretty symmetrical, so let's just pick a door and go.
South.
so,
Okay.
Okay.
Trick question. They lead to the same place.
See, I did say the map looked pretty symmetrical.
What the fuck? Wait, no, hold on. What was that right there? Is that a fucking minigun?
Great. They have turrets.
Yes, I didn't realize we were
What?
playing Halo now.
So you guys walk out of the elevator, right? And as you guys come here, there's a huge metal door right here, all right? And as you walk around and look, there's this like literally a minigun just hanging from the ceiling. And as you guys walk out, it spins and a tiny little red laser line locks onto you, Miles, as you walk out, but it doesn't do anything. And the two captains here look at you guys, and they kind of wave on this way, and they're like, "Move along."
Oh, okay.
Oh
We move.
my. That's frightening.
Doop, doop, boop.
Isn't storage this way?
Storage is just around the corner. You can't miss it.
Okay.
You.
Thank you, sirs.
He says it's 1 second. Down the hall, and I gotta remember which room it actually is. 1 second. I think it's left side. Yeah, left side. It says down the hall and to the left.
Down the hall to the left.
Cute.
So we go.
Alright.
Ariali trying very hard not to think about the very, very big gun.
It stops targeting you as you get to the edge of this hallway.
what if we stole the very big gun?
Something tells me stealing it is less of an option because once it's ripped out of the ceiling, it's probably not going to have the power to do the stuff it does.
Okay. But get this. We figure out how to harness the boom boom rocks. We rip out the gun, and then we attach it to Agrier. We do have a wannabe mech pilot. And,
I was gonna say, and then I climb
Oh
up on
my
your shoulder,
gosh.
and then mech pilot.
You'll actually be Groot and Raccoon and Rocket.
This is gonna be us while we're escaping the facility. I put it in ROF General.
Oh my goodness. For anyone who doesn't know, he posted a GIF of Lethal Company.
Of the turrets. Just melting somebody.
The hall does continue on to the left. Like I can reveal more of it if you guys want, but it continues on. But this is kind of the area the guard said that storage was at.
So
Yeah.
to the left.
To the left. To the left.
Everything you own in a box to the left, spoken to avoid DMCA.
Leaving the ship, yeah.
Alright. Do you guys head on in here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Knock knock. It's me.
Yeah, boy.
Your boy. Mom's second favorite son.
Alright. You guys can go ahead and head on inside. So you guys see a bunch of crates stacked against the back wall. Like there are probably dozens here. On the left side you see racks with like clothes, armor, blankets, some weapons, you find on the right are some like chests, like a line of large chests. And on the door beside you is there's a like another one of those engineer mages uh, writing stuff down in a notebook on the desk. And in the corner over here, you have the Bertan Duke just kind of laying down, vibing. He's been given some hay, so there's some hay on the ground. But he does perk up when he sees you walk in, Agrier.
Just stay. Good boy. And I walk over to him and I'll like nuzzle his fur a bit.
Awesome. Madeline, Bedlam, are you guys coming inside?
I'm
I'm
just
stand like I'm gonna stand over here.
Okay.
Bedlam will stay with Madeline.
What are you doing? What are you up to?
Hole in the small.
I kind of want to see what's in here.
Do you want to peek in the doors like quietly and stealthily?
I would love to.
Or roll me a stealth check.
Okie doke. What is my modifier for stealth? It's a +2, so 16.
Dang, that's pretty good. So you peek inside, and immediately you are greeted by the sound of wind, because this is open air.
Ooh.
Oh,
this is our escape pit.
no, this isn't the open air balcony. That's on the layer below.
Is that an was that a
I saw
Wait,
turrets.
this must be
Was
the
that an
primary
artillery
cannons
cannon?
for the loading bay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, guns.
Sabotage. Sabotage.
I'm gonna. I so badly want to put a boom boom rock in the barrel of one of them.
Also, I know Muvez needs to go, and I know this is like a big dungeon. I don't know where a good place to stop would be.
Honestly, this might be a okay place.
We'll
Honestly,
stop in
yeah.
a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take a
these are
peek.
side guns.
You take a peek, Maddie. These are the automated side cannons that are controlled from the bridge. These are not the manned turrets. These are some of the side cannons that are also responsible for firing upon the palace.
I see.
You see
Well,
your
I cannot do
captain and some engineers performing routine maintenance. Actually, 2 captains, but yeah.
Well, I cannot do anything about that, so...
Thank you for the gift sub, Voidal. Hello, hello.
Did he gift a bot a sub?
He did gift a bot a sub.
He is a bot.
What's up, Maddie?
I can't do anything about that, so Madeline's just gonna stay right where she is.
Void, I can't do the Kermit voice while we're doing D&D. Alright. Then we will go ahead and pause here. As we have kind of made our way down into the storage area, met back up with our great friend, the Bertan Duke, and, yeah, y'all are kind of looking around wondering, what to do next. You guys are trying to figure out what you want to do next. We are going to go ahead and pause here, and we will pick back up. Let me go look at my calendar here. How do y'all feel about the 3rd of May?
Hooray!
Let me go check my calendar.
That should work, I think.
Possibly, I will confirm next week.
Actually, hold on. I seem to have something scheduled. I'm trying to check what it is. I did not mean to close Pocket Bard. Let me just go ahead and play the. There we go. Campaign theme. Anyway, really fast. How would y'all, Bob? Would you be okay with doing this, like doubling up and doing this on the again on next week on the 26th?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
How would that work for all you guys?
I'm good with that.
Doing this again next week.
That should be it.
I can't say yet.
Okay, we will tentatively say the 26th. If not, we can say the 3rd. The only reason I'm hesitant to say the 3rd is because I might be pulled out of town that weekend. So we might, if we, you know, if it does end up happening, we might have to push back to the 10th. But I think that'll be okay.
Okay.
Anywho, yeah, just we're gonna go ahead and tentatively say Friday of next week. We will meet again.
Hooray!
Good.
Sounds good to me.
But anywho, thank you everybody for coming along. We will go ahead and close a bunch of my stuff. And let's go find someone to raid, shall we?
By the way, Mylon, I can't complete your rewards queue.
Why not?
The pop-up for confirming it pops up for a fraction of a second and then just closes immediately.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look
I also
into
tried
it.
rejecting just to see if that would work, and no, that doesn't work either.
Interesting.
And I'm not going through 100 items
No, you're fine.
one by one.
No, you're absolutely fine. We're gonna go raid Brave.
Oh, I just had to pop it out.
Oh, okay, nice. My ad is so bugged on Brave Stream. It is green. It is some car ad, and it is green.
Also, Mylon, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of my current mod view on your channel because it's fucking cursed.
Okay. Alright, well, thank you everybody for coming along. I'm gonna go type in raid Brave Okami. And I will post his channel in the chat. And I will see you guys all next week for the continuation of infiltrating the Hellfire. I
Heck yeah.
sincerely hope that this does not go as long as the Darklight Caverns did. Sincerely hope it doesn't. But anywho, thank you everybody. Do you guys have any parting words for Strem?
Shimp.
Shimp.
Shimp. Indeed. He speaks the truth. Anyhow, I will see you guys all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.